I know I'm huffing and puffing pretty good, but I'm on my way only about an eighth mile from the parking lot. It's the Upper Falls Campgrounds, which tells me we got a long way up. We haven't started the falls yet, but like I said, we took a little trail down. Whole bunch of trails in here. I mean, a dozen or more just in the quick quarter mile. It took me to get to the crossroads that splits off High Falls, the waterfalls to the left, and then the campground to the right. Since I want to see the campgrounds, I went ahead and ventured right. And I'll tell you what, I mean, look at that hill. So needless to say, I'm going to catch my breath. Me and Phil's going to keep walking and see how far we get. It's been about 10 minutes. We're still on our way up to the High Falls Campground. Like I said, the elevation just keeps going up. So there should be a pretty good view up here. It's not too bad terrain. It's getting humid. But as you can tell, it's just a little rocky. Nothing major though. Phil's doing good. Then again, we've only been out here for, maybe 45 minutes. Seems like we've been going up a hill since we got here. So, anyways, we're gonna take a 5-minute sit down, maybe drink some water, and as you can see, we're gonna start up the hill again. Well, it's been about 30 minutes, and yes, we are still going up a hill. We've taken like a break or two, just to get some water and catch our breaths. But we seem to be going up a very, as you can tell, really thick area. But what's cool about it is they've got I can't imagine when these things were built, but there's actually steps here. I mean, this could have been 30 years ago, but somebody had placed steps here out in the middle of nowhere, going all the way up there. So yeah, we're gonna keep trudging up this trail. Hopefully we're getting close to the top, but we'll have to see. So, all right, finally coming up to a trailhead. So as you can see where we're at, we're on what you call the Upper Falls Trail. High Shoals Falls Loop, which will also be going that way. We're going to that Upper Falls campsites, which is pretty close, 0.3 miles, even though the falls is about a half mile away. Then the headquarters trail, we're going to skip that time, and that looks to be going straight up as well. So anyways, still on our way to Upper Falls campsites. And man, I won't be taking that trail again. I wonder next time, I mean, it's not bad, it'll put you in good shape, but next time maybe I can come the other way and come this way. So anyways, and we're all doing good. There's a lot of deer out here too, I've noticed. We've been walking and all of a sudden Phil will stop, definitely hear something, and then I saw a white-tailed deer right up ahead, but as soon as they hear you, they're gone. So a little difficult getting a picture or video of them. But anyways, the good news is, looks like it's going downhill now. So guess the next video, hopefully, will be at the campsite. Well, I wasn't going to take a video until I got to the campsite, but this is why I like walking in the woods. Not a sound out here, not a person. Just sitting here walking in woods with a beautiful trail. Since we hit that last trailhead, it's been nothing but flat, just like this. I mean, it's a little downhill up there, but yeah, we're just on a nice remote, secluded country walk right here. That's how I'd describe it. Temperature's pretty good. Probably hit 70-ish. There's not much wind, but it's not supposed to be that warm today, so I'm hoping. And don't get me wrong, you're still gonna sweat coming up that hill. Make no mistake about it. Feels like it's 85, but now that I'm back up, that's why it's important to get the right kind of shirt, you know, some kind of polyester wool shirt. So when you get up on the top of the hill, you'll start getting really cold if you got a lot of sweat, you know, on your skin. So it's good to have a shirt that wicks that away. Because if I had a cotton shirt right now, I mean, yeah, I'd make it, but it's not going to be too pleasant. It would be clinging to me and everything else. Soppy and wet, dirty, stinky, just everything. So campsites, here we come. And when we're done here, maybe we'll come back up and head towards the actual waterfalls that way. Let's see where this takes us. Like I said, I'm out here to scope out the campsites. When the day comes, I'll be taking 1 and 2 day backpacking trips out here. Before I plan my route, what's most important to me is where I'll be stopping for the night. So that's kind of what I'm scoping out. Is it worth it to stay up here? Is it too hard to get to it? Is there no water? Do they have fire rings, picnic tables, good tent sites? Or is it on one big sloping hill? Those things are good to know. Well, the time is approximately 9:48. I just checked it and we have reached the campsite. This is the Upper Falls Trail campsites. Fires are permitted. No destruction of anything. Firearms and lethal weapons are prohibited except by permit. And keep in mind, in North Carolina, if you have a concealed carry permit, you are allowed to carry. You're not allowed to hunt. No alcoholic beverages. You must, if you have a pet, must be on a leash. And you are allowed to camp in designated areas. So it looks like a restroom over there, but I'll check that out here in a minute. So let's walk around here. So the good news is, check that out. That looks like something for horses, believe it or not. That's what it looks like to me. Nothing else. I mean, it sure isn't an exercise ring. Looks like almost like you can put your horse up there and step down off of it right there. That's pretty cool. And the good news is, High Falls campsite is a wet campsite. Look at this. This would be perfect for a tent. Right here. Big old fire pit. Big old chairs. Plenty of wood laying around. Looks like if you wanted to come down here a little bit, you could even camp right on the river. So yeah, you got all the water you'll ever need down here. Oh yeah, this would be a good place to camp. It's like I said, you got all the water you'd ever need down here. Not exactly the best for fishing, I wouldn't think. This looks a little, I mean, the water's running good, but just not that deep. Well, we're still hanging out at the campsite here. We've been here only about 10 minutes. Check those little buildings out over there. There's one way over there, and there's one right there, and those are little bathrooms. No, it's not like the ones at home, but it's basically there's a seat in there, but it's basically a hole in the ground. I think when we're done here, I'm going to walk way back over there. I see like a picnic table way back there. That may be a campsite. But right now, I'm actually making me some coffee. So I'm going to try your new Folgers. And like I said, it's, I know what you're thinking. It's probably hot out here. But up on this hill, No, it's probably, like I said, in the low 70s. Yeah, you don't really need coffee, but still it'll taste good. I'm not sweating anymore, and it's actually, you get a little bit of a breeze. You could get a chill, actually, because I'm still sweating, you know, from that hike up here, so. Okay, we left the campground a couple minutes ago. Very nice. I'll definitely keep that, the High Shoal Falls Campground. So anyways, we're going to make a right here. We're going to take that High Shoals Falls. Looks to be about a half mile. And we'll see where it takes us to. Here's a deer. Don't know if you could see him in the camera. I walked right up on him. There are a lot of whitetails out here. Surprising. So, anyways, I'll hit you up after a while. Okay, we're still walking. Came into this big clearing here, surrounded by woods. And yeah, you can definitely hear some loud water, but here's the trail right here. Starting to head up, 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 and up. That's what my guess is. So we're going to head all the way to the top of this thing. We're going to try. We both seem to be pretty good shapes. Or pretty good shape. So that's where we're heading. So I'll, let's see. The time currently is 10:30. So we're just going to cruise over this thing and see where this comes from. So I don't mean to make a video of steps, but I will give some people some advice. People with bad knees, do not apply, because these I mean, I'm serious, this is like almost straight down into a wooden staircase. One bad slip and you're screwed. So just a heads up there. When I tell you these steps are like straight up and down, it's like going up the side of a cliff. Thankfully they are stable. They're not shaky, but no, seriously, like straight up. Like I said, those with top, knee problems, don't even bother trying this. Even coming down is a little testing on the knees, but coming up, good Lord, that's going to be a whole nother story. So but we're over halfway down. I can kind of see a clearing down there, so you know what, you only live once, so we're going to do it. Even Phil's jumping just to get down. Well, I don't know how much further down it goes. The trail split. We came to the left, but it keeps on going down, down, down. But I got to the first section right here. That's a big sucker. Huge rocks, boy. Can feel the mist coming off too. But no, this is what they call High Shoal Falls. Yeah, see that mist coming off there? I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's pretty it's in my face. And I'm not about to go back up this hill. There's no way. I mean, I could. I'm gonna look at the map and see if there's another way around if I keep going down. But yeah, that getting up that hill, boy, that's nasty. So if I can get around that, I'm going to. Anyways, High Shoal Falls. Like I said, we're going to go up to the bench up there, continue around, and see how far we get. And by the way, the time is 10:42 a.m. Well, I wonder what it would feel like standing under that. I don't know if that'd be more of a massage or whether it'd blow you down into the water. I'd like to try it, but obviously that's not going to happen. There's a lot of water coming down. So anyways, I'm gonna take 5 here. We can keep on moving, but I want to look at the map. I want to see if I continue down, if I can get around the other side of the mountain or something. So anyways, I'll see you when I see you. Okay, we're still moving. Not too bad. It's been just going down and down and down and down and down. And I don't know if we've hit the bottom or not. We're still moving along. Thankfully, we haven't went up any massive hills, but we're probably at the bottom of the falls here. Yeah, it's really loud where I'm at. I'm sure you can hear that rushing water. A lot of water coming out of there, boy. Going into the river. So, anyways, waterfalls are really cool, but then again, it is just water. So, we're just going to keep on moving on down this wooden walkway. Don't know where it's leading, but we will in a while. Currently the time is 10:51 a.m. So let's just continue on and see where we end up. Well, not much else to report. It's 10:56. So far this trail's awesome. Once you get to the very bottom, it levels off. And we're just running past the stream there. You know, the remnants of the falls. Just going into a pretty big creek, or creek, however you want to pronounce it. Pretty quick moving water down there. Tons of rocks. But as you can see, I'm still on the blue trail here. So this is called the High Shoal Falls Loop. Like I said, I'm hoping it breaks off somewhere ahead of us. It's really rocky out here. Like I said earlier, if you got problems with your knees or your legs, this is not the trail for you. I guarantee it. It's very uneven. It's up and down, going over logs, going over rocks like this. Some of them are slick. But yeah, you're gonna get a workout no matter what, even coming downhill. I mean, look at that's a big rock. But yeah, we're, like I said, nothing new to report here. We're, other than being so, uneven and rocky, the trail is relatively flat at the bottom of the falls. So we're just going to keep on going. We're going to stay on this blue trail. See how far it takes us. Sooner or later, we'll come up to an intersection. Or it won't. I'll do the whole loop. Whatever. And, it's the only way I'm going to learn these trails out here. But, yeah. Anyways, I don't know what this is. Looks like it used to be a campsite or something, but a little incline there, so we'll be hitting that here in a minute. But I think me and Phil's going to take a seat right here. I'm going to let him go rest in the creek for a minute. And, we'll be in touch. Well, what do you know? I think we did our loop here. I just hit this sign right here. High Shoal Fall Loop Trail, Upper Falls Campsites. And I remember that's the way we went. That big old nasty hill to get up to the campsites. So we headed up that way, and we must have looped the whole way around up that hill and saw the falls way up there, and then down the other side next to the stream and came out right here. That's not a bad loop, really. Yeah, 0.9 Upper Falls Campsites. And trust me, that's not easy. It's 0.9 miles, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me when I say it's all uphill. But that campsite up there is beautiful. I mean, how many campsites out in the middle of nowhere have toilets? Now you could have went this way, and I'll have to remember that. If I take the High Shoal Falls trail, I don't know if I'd have made that. I mean, that is like straight up steps. So I know I've said it twice already. I'll say it again. If you don't have some strong legs and some good cardio, yeah, that's going to be a nice little jaunt up there. So, but anyways, we're back on this trail, High Shoal Falls Loop Trail, which has been completed. We got to see the Upper Falls campsites and the High Shoals Falls. So we're going to come back out like kind of the way we came. And I'll take a look at the map here when I get a moment to sit down. Time is 11:07. As you can see, that doesn't take a whole lot of time to get through. I'm just thankful that I went the other way to get around that loop. Because going up the High Shoal Falls via those steps, yeah, I'm not, no. But anyways, I see a sign up ahead, so I'll see where I'm at. I'm going to pull out the map. I'm going to give Phil some water. I'm going to drink a little drink, and yeah, there's some picnic tables up here too. It seems like Phil's enjoying himself. He took a dunk earlier. Okay, so here we are. Shinny Creek campsites. 0.7. Yeah, we might just check that out. Shiny Creek. Maybe, I think that was the name. Going up that way. And the High Shoals Falls Loop Trail. Jacob Fork parking area. Half a mile that way. So that would take me back to the parking lot. And then that trail right there. I don't know what that is. Actually, there's no sign. I don't know what that is. So, I don't know what it is. Let's see where it goes. See if it's an actual trail or just something somebody made. There's only one way to find this stuff out. I'm not going to come off the trail too bad. Looks like it may just be a fishing hole, but might be a good place to sit down here. But it's definitely a trail. There's no way to get lost here too, because like I said, look at it. It's a well-traveled trail, but there's no sign to it, so I don't think it is a trail. I think it's just a place where people come down here and fish or, do whatever it is they do. Be a nice place to sit. Have a treat. And Phil loves treats, so I'll sit right here on this rock, enjoy the river. Okay, so we sat down by that water for, I don't know, about 10 minutes. Had a quick bite to eat, had some water. Me and Phil had a talk, and we think we're going to head to the Shiny Creek campsites that way. About 0.7 miles, so a little shy of a mile. Seeing we're at a big crossroads here where the trails really start, so I'm seeing some people roll through here. So, bunch of dogs, bunch of people. Like I said, that's a pretty major crossroads there. That's where the High Shoals Falls Loop Trail starts. It looks like a lot of trails come up from there. So needless to say, there's a lot of people traversing there. And I feel funny talking to a camera. So anyways, we're heading up to something called the Shinny Creek campsite. It's showing 0.7 miles, but I'm going to be honest with you. 0.7 miles can turn into 5 miles if it's all uphill, and I'm already starting an incline here, so but I feel good. We just got to rest. Phil got a drink. We got some calories in us, and we're gonna hit it. And so far we're starting up a hill here. I can see orange blazes, so I'll keep that in mind when I look at my map. And we're going to move on. So far, a very, very peaceful walk. There's no like hills or mountains or anything. Some parts are flat, some parts are a little incline, downhill, but no, so far no problem at all. It amazes me out here in the middle of nowhere that people are throwing stone like that down on the trails. Just like I said earlier, this is a nice park, very well maintained. I mean, there's rocks on the trails and stones and signs and I mean, this wooden bridge somebody built. That's a beautiful creek too. That water's running pretty fast. So anyways, yeah, I look forward to seeing what's ahead. We're going to keep trudging along. Yeah, like I said, this, what you see ahead of me is pretty much how this trail's been. We're in more shade now, but like I said, it's got a little incline, but we're just toting along. So we're going to keep on moving on here. Looks like it is going to start going uphill here soon. So we'll see what that brings. But as you can see around me, I am out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So we'll see what happens. Okay, well the time is 11:45 and I have finally reached what's called the Shinny Creek Campgrounds. So another mile behind us. I'll check out the campground here in a minute, but let's see what's going on. So let's see, that's the Shinny Trail. I'll look at the map here in a minute and find out where we're at. Looks like that takes you to the Possum Trail, the Horse Ridge Trail, the Upper Falls Trail, 2.6 miles. That tells you we're still not all that far from the parking lot. We're 1.2 miles from the parking lot. So that ain't bad. High Shoals Falls Loop. So, yeah. So yeah, I need to sit down and find out what these trails are. Shinny Trail, Possum Trail, Horse Ridge Trail, and the Upper Falls Trail. That's what we need to check out. But other than that, I am going to I'm going to check out the Shinny Creek campsites. That was the, you know, the main purpose is why I'm here, to look at these campsites. Number two, what's important to know is water. You don't have to be lugging water up and down hills. So plenty of water source here. So anyways, I'm going to look around a little bit. There's several picnic benches. There's a ton of wood too. I even got a lot of burnable wood down here. Wonder where all that came from. I wonder if the park does that. There's a big old box too. Food storage right there. So that's nice. Anyways, alright. I'm gonna, well, that'd be a nice place right there for a tent, wouldn't it? That's a nice spot right there. So anyways, we're gonna hang out for a little while. Probably 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna walk the perimeter, check out the water, check out everything else. Probably get a little snack, drink some water, and then find out where we're going to go next. Okay, so we're coming back out to this area again. It's the major fork that we were at first. Well, something happened up there. Not a big deal, but we did make it to the Shinny Creek campsites. And then I'm going to have to remember on that map, that Shinny Creek campsites, the map doesn't do it justice. It looks like it's like down the trail a little bit, when actually it's right at those crossroads. So it almost looked like you go up the trail and you make a right or a left to get on the, you know, the Shinny Creek and, you know, the Possum Trail and all that, when actually we were already on that trail. So that's what happened. So anyways, regardless, we got on the Shinny Trail. We didn't really want to, but we got back on that trail and started going a little while. And I would say about a half mile up there, we came into a creek. And yeah, we could have done it. I mean, it's not a big deal, but as you can tell, I got my Hokas on. No waterproofing, no nothing. So I said the hell with it. We just turned around, came back. Now, there was other people down there on the trail, you know, making their way. So here's a couple people up that trail. But it was actually a nice, pleasant walk all the way up to that campground. So Shinny Creek campsites from this location, yeah, piece of cake. It's not that, I mean, it's really nice campsite too. Maybe next time we'll head that way. At least I'll know on the map the Shinny Creek and the Possum Trail, how that ties in. But anyways, that's called the Headquarters Trail, which takes you to the Shinny Creek campsite. And the Headquarters Trail there also takes you to the Possum Trail and the Shinny Creek Trail. So I don't know why I said all that, because I won't remember it anyways. But anyways, we are going to head back to the Jacob Fork parking area. The time is approximately 12:43, so we'll get there. It's about a half mile away. We'll get there a little after 1. So, yeah. You know, I did what I set out to do. You know, whether I'm walking, you know, 5 miles or 100 miles, my whole intent today was to see those campgrounds. I've saw 2 of them, and yeah, I'm happy for what got done. So next time I might take another route, check another of the campgrounds, even if it's out there and back, you know, if I'm getting good distance. I don't know what that was. That was loud. Probably a hawk or something. But anyways, yeah, whether I cover 1 mile or 30 miles, I like it to make it worth my while out here. But if I can, you know, see those campgrounds next time, maybe the Fox Trail or something like that, that would be good. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this for now and slowly make our way out of here. And we're passing something called the Hemlock Nature Trail. I don't know what kind of trail that is. I could probably look it up on the map. I'm not going to do it today, but just the way it says, Nature Trail. So it may be a very pretty walk down there. Don't know where it goes. Yeah, on my way back, you can see how much more stuff. I mean, I'm not even at that crossroads anymore. Looks like we're only 0.2 miles away from the parking area. But you can see, even on the way out there, Jacob Fork River Gorge overlook. That might be pretty cool. The Chestnut Knob overlook, which probably some inclines to take you up the top of Chestnut Knob. And then, of course, the Sawtooth Trail, which I may be visiting that one before too long, because I do know the Sawtooth Campground is somewhere up that way. So that's another trip, however. Okay, we're almost to the car now, and I don't know if I took a video of this earlier, but that's where we stopped for women's and men's restrooms before you hit the big trail. So that's kind of cool that they have that. But yeah, I think me and Phil, for now, like I said, we're heading towards the car, but I think we're going to take a nice 5-minute break over in this camp area. Well, actually, it's not a camp area, but it's a huge picnic area. I mean, a complete canopy over it with the trees. So, I think, so, okay. Yeah, the parking lot's right there. I can actually see some of the cars. But like I said, this is a beautiful area down here. There's a bathroom up there, drinking water. Huge picnic. I'm like, man, it's like 15 picnic tables around here. Trash. Running water next to us. So me and Phil's going to go out here somewhere in the rear here. Grab a picnic table. And maybe eat a meat stick. Phil likes meat cheese. Alright, well, like I said, we're going to sit on a picnic table here, have some water, and we'll be out of here probably in 5-10 minutes.